Good morning, Pally. I hope that these first few days of the school year have been everything you've dreamed. I know that on yesterday you had both an advisory and a class meeting, and I hope that through the advisory activities we were able to find out what your values are here as an individual and also as a collective team called the PALY team. And I'm excited for later on today, on Friday today. We're going to have a barbecue out in the quad during lunch and a good old-fashioned high school pep assembly at the end of the day. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you with your PALY spirit just shining ever so brightly. And brightly is a good word right now. Since I'm recording this the day before school starts, PALY has no power. But I know the minute you get here, we'll have just an exorbitant amount of power, and I'm excited to have you all back and excited for a great school year. We have lots of information to provide for you so that you all understand what the expectations are for students and how you can navigate your way through all of the different activities that are here for you and opportunities that every single PALY student gets. So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Eric Olaw, who is going to be talking to you about a few things for the Counseling Guidance Center.
Thank you, Principal Klein. Welcome back, PALY students. I hope you had a great summer. My name is Eric Ola, and I am the assistant principal that works with the PALY Guidance Department. Counselors are assigned by student last name as shown on this chart. For example, if your last name begins with the letter A, your counselor would be Ms. Laguna, and the administrator you'll be working with is Mr. Bergson. Part of our guidance services include our advisory program. Your teacher advisor, as well as their classroom, can be found in your course schedule. Teacher advisors serve as the first tier in our three-tiered guidance system and deliver many of our guidance services. The purpose of advisory is to offer regular opportunities to forge positive relationships between teacher advisors and students, as well as between students in their advisory cohort. Teacher advisors are tasked with conducting lessons for both the academic and social-emotional needs of our students. Advisories for each class meet on average 2 times each month with their teacher advisor. Your teacher advisor should be the first person you go to if you have a question about your schedule or need other support at PALY. On Friday each week, when students are not meeting with their teacher advisor, they will attend study hall. New for this year, students will be able to select teachers to go to each week, much like we do for Prime. Keep in mind that since some of your teachers may be advisors, you may not be able to meet with them during this study hall time. Just like Prime, attendance is mandatory, and if students do not select a teacher for study hall, they will be assigned to one. I hope everyone has a great start to their school year, and I'm going to kick it over to Ms. Steingart, who's going to talk to you about the student handbook.
Welcome back, PALY students. I'm Assistant Principal Michelle Steingart, and I will be reviewing policies and expectations around attendance and student behavior today. The PALY Student Handbook can be found online, and much of the information shared in this video can be found in detail in the handbook. First, let's review a few of our key attendance policies and procedures. Students who attend school consistently have a greater chance of excelling academically. Being present in the classroom provides students the ability to ask for clarification, engage in meaningful discussion, and take notes in preparation for examinations. Daily attendance promotes educational success and builds stronger relationships with peers and teachers. It is expected that students will attend class on school days in order to participate in extracurricular activities, including athletic practices or competitions. A student is considered absent if they are more than 30 minutes late to class. Only parents or guardians can excuse a student's absence, even if you are 18. Parents and guardians must email or call the attendance office on the first day of your absence. Voicemail messages can be left at all times at 650-329-3711, or parents can email palyattendance@pausd.org. If a student is absent from class for any reason and it has not been cleared with the attendance office, an automated notification via Parent Square will be sent to alert the parent or guardian that they have been marked absent. Any absence not cleared by the guardian within 72 hours will be treated as an unexcused absence. If a student has been marked absent by mistake, the student should have their teacher sign a roll sheet correction form. available in the attendance office, and bring it to the attendance office so their attendance record can be cleared. Your parent or guardian will be receiving truancy letters if you reach certain thresholds of unexcused absences. Meetings with your administrator will occur after 24-period absences, and a meeting with district and sometimes county representatives will occur after 40-period absences. These meetings will focus on the importance of arriving to time on class and what next steps should be taken to positively change the student's lack of attendance. Timeliness is something that will not only help you find success in your academic classes, but will also be valued by your supervisors for any of your future jobs. Students who are late for class miss valuable instruction and unnecessarily interrupt their classes. A student is considered tardy if not in the room or at the place designated by the teacher or school staff at the beginning of each period. Students arriving late to class shall be marked tardy unless they arrive with a written excuse from a staff member. New this year, students who accumulate tardies across multiple class periods will be assigned to a study hall intervention session with an administrator. This will allow us the time to discuss reasons for your excessive tardiness and strategies for arriving in a more timely manner to class in the future. If a student does not show up to the assigned study hall, they will be required to attend the next study hall. Failure to attend the second intervention session will result in a student not being able to participate in extracurricular activities until they attend a session. Sometimes you're going to seek prior approved absences. Seniors and second semester juniors with written prior approval may take 5 days to visit college campuses. Students who do not submit a prior approved absence form 24 hours in advance will receive an unexcused absence for classes or days they missed and may lose the opportunity to make up assignments and tests. The prior approval form can be found online at pally.net/attendance or in our attendance office. The prior approval form and process should also be used for other absences such as court appearances, employment conferences, and other special circumstances, including non-PALY competitions, sports, fine arts, debate, or other academic competitions. PRIME. PRIME stands for Personal, Reteaching, Intervention, Mentoring, and Enrichment. Wednesdays after 7th period, students will have PRIME. Students are expected to choose their PRIME teacher using Infinite Campus in advance, and attendance is taken each week. For next Wednesday, if you have a 7th period, you will stay with your 7th period teacher for the first PRIME. If you have a 7th period prep, you will be assigned a teacher for the first PRIME and should look at your schedule in IC next Wednesday morning to determine where you should go. During this first PRIME, you will receive more detailed information about both PRIME and study hall next week. All assistant principals handle student discipline. Each assistant principal is assigned a group of students based on the start of your last name. The rules and regulations are designed with the safety and welfare of the students and staff in mind. We expect students to be kind and respectful to each other and staff at all times. Outlined in the handbook are potential consequences for the first and second minor offenses at the site level, as well as consequences for major violations. Examples of consequences for minor offenses include contacting parents and loss of privileges, such as participation in activities around campus. Consequences for major violations include suspension, behavior contracts, and referral to the police department. I'm looking forward to an exciting and positive school year. Go Vikes! Now here's Assistant Principal LaDonna Butler to talk about time.
Student safety and well-being are critically important priorities within the PAUSD promise and here at Palo Alto High School. We want every student to feel safe and have a strong sense of belonging within our Viking community. We realize that there are times when community barriers are tested and social or personal boundaries are broken by inappropriate behaviors. If this is ever your personal experience, we ask that if you see something, say something. Title IX is a federal law that prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in educational programs and activities. Title IX regulations have the full force and effect of the law. Sex discrimination under the new Title IX regulations may include the following: sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, stalking, and sexual harassment, where someone engages in unwelcome conduct on the basis of sex that is severe, pervasive, and objectively offensive. Any student who believes they have been subjected to unlawful discrimination, including discriminatory harassment, intimidation, or bullying, or any individual who believes that a student has suffered unlawful discrimination, should notify school staff immediately. You can also directly email Title IX Coordinator at pausd.org. Lastly, you can complete an anonymous form found on the PAUSD website. Please remember, if you see something, say something. Now, Assistant Principal Jerry Berkson will lead you on a tour of PALY's campus and point out important locations.
Hello, PALY students. I'm Jerry Berkson. I'm one of the assistant principals here at PALY, and here's for another edition of School. I'm going to take you on a little tour and show you some places that you should know about and for different issues. Right here is the main office, is attached to the 1700 building. If you ever have a question, this is a good place to start if you're not sure where to start. Right here, we're at one of the entrances for the Student Center. If you need to pick up food, this is the back side of the Student Center on the other side of the quad. If you have your student ID cards, this is the way you will come in, grab your food, scan your card, and you'll be good to go. On the other side, closest to the lacrosse field, are for students who do not have their ID cards. Okay, right here is P9. This is one of the admin buildings. You'll come here if you get in trouble. Or if you have questions for the admin, this is a good place to start. You can find Ms. Steingart, Mr. Olaf, or Principal Klein. Okay, we're at P5. This is the attendance office, where if you need to check in or if you come in late for a doctor's appointment, you can check in here. It's also a place you can come in to get a teacher attendance correction form. Usually you need this because you came in late and the teacher was busy doing their job and they weren't able to correct it. The moral of the story is don't be late and you won't need one of these. We're here at P1, which is our tutoring center. If you need help on any subject, you come visit here and we will set you up with someone who has really good knowledge on the subject that you need help on. We're here at the nurse's office. This is at P2. If you're not feeling well, stop on by here and you'll be taken care of just like you were in the middle of Stanford Hospital. Okay, here at P4, we're at Wellness. If you're having a tough day or just need a break from something and you need to take a break for about 15 minutes, these are the people to come see. They're all very approachable and they're all on your side. Okay, we're entering the library complex where there's a few important rooms that you should know about. Come on in. To my right is the library where you can find books. If you need to borrow a Chromebook for the day, this is a place you would come. If you need help on research or anything like that, our librarian teacher is one of the best. If you need to see your counselor, you need to come to guidance. If you have schedule issues or just need to talk to someone, this would be one of the places you would stop by. Just down the hall from guidance is our College and Career Center. We have 2 college counselors who will help you out. Junior year is really when it starts, so you can figure out what's the best fit for you. We're here at room 502, which is just outside the library. This is where the ASB class takes place. The ASB class takes care of all your dances and all the other fun that happens here at PALY. Okay, we're here at one of the many bike racks on PALY campus. A few things to remember. 1, lock your bike. 2, don't leave it overnight. And 3, don't leave it over the weekend because there's a good chance it won't be there when you come back. Okay, we're here at the crosswalk that connects PALY to Town and Country. Best thing for me to say is you got to be careful. When you come to the crosswalk, press the button. Wait until that red stop sign says go. Now, before you go, you should probably look both ways because not every driver is a good driver. So you want to be careful, make sure you're safe when you're crossing the street.
Thank you, Mr. Berkson, and I'm back, Mr. Ola. I'm back to explain a little bit on evacuation procedures. So listen closely because some of this has changed. we've actually changed things. So we have 4 different evacuation locations now. So during an emergency, maybe an earthquake or a fire, there may be a need to evacuate the school. Based on your location on campus, you'll go to one of 4 different evacuation locations. And we're showing map 1 now. And this map shows the entire campus at PALY. And you can see there are 4 locations based on where you are, and it's kind of bunched up. Like you'll see, for example, we'll start with the place we used to all go, which was Viking Stadium, the football field. And as you can see from the map, the 800 building all goes there, and the 700 building as well as auto. So they're all still going to go to the football field. The 3 locations are the outdoor basketball courts, which you can see on that map, the 1700 building, that's the science building, and then the PE classes all go to the outdoor basketball courts. Those are the courts by the Peary Center. Then there's the other location is the quad. The 300, 400, 500, and portables all go to the quad. And finally, there's the Centennial Plaza, where the 200, the 100, and the MAC all go to the Centennial Plaza. Teachers will be explaining to you, and each teacher will be showing you where you go to evacuate from your class, with each of your teachers. If an alarm goes off and we need to evacuate during a class period, you'll go with your teacher to their evacuation location. If it occurs at any time where we're not in a class, so that would be before school, after school, at brunch, lunch, between classes, even if it's 30 seconds before a class, we are all going to be going to your 3rd period teacher. Okay, so if we're not in class, you're going to go to wherever your evacuation location is with your 3rd period teacher. So that teacher you want to make sure you connect with and make sure you know exactly where to go if that alarm or that evacuation occurs during a time where you're not in class. If you have a prep 3rd period, or if you have a prep during any time that one of these alarms goes off, go to any evacuation location. In previous years, all students on prep were supposed to go to the football field. Well, now there's a spot at every location for students to go if you are on prep. So you're just going to go to the closest location if you are on prep during an alarm or during an evacuation. So again, the locations are Viking Stadium, the quad, outdoor basketball courts, and the Centennial Plaza. Get to one of those locations if you're on prep, and we'll account for you then. We're going to be practicing the evacuation procedures soon, and your teachers will specify with you exactly where you're going to line up when you get to those fields. All right, now we're going to kick it over to ASB, and they're going to talk to us about the exciting upcoming events we have at PALY this school year.
Hey Vikes! My name is Julian Hong, and I will be your ASB president this year. Welcome back, PALY. I'm super excited to be back on campus and for this upcoming year. ASB has a lot of exciting events coming up, and we're working hard to make sure this year is amazing. This upcoming video will give you a brief look at what PALY has to offer and all the things you can get involved with. Additionally, ASB is hosting the Welcome Back to School dance today. Tickets are available online at the PALY web store and in front of room 502 at lunch. Sko Vikes!
Make some noise. Come on, everybody. Here we go. As loud as you can.
The Palo Alto High School athletics program is second to none. It is an honor and a privilege to wear the Viking uniform that so many SCVAL, CCS, and state champions have worn in the past. Participating in athletics helps students connect to campus life, gain new friendships, and for some, athletics is a gateway to collegiate admissions and scholarship opportunities. At PALY, we offer 25 competitive sports throughout the fall, winter, and spring seasons. To participate, students must earn a minimum 2.0 GPA, obtain a physical exam, and register as a student athlete on our website. I invite you to come out and join the fun. Go to palyathletics.com for team tryout dates and all other sports-related information. Finally, with so much going on in the world around us, we thought we'd be intentional about bringing joy to campus. Our theme this year is building people up, creating a strong culture of good sportsmanship. I want to personally thank all of the students that build up our athletes by attending our games and cheering. Thank you all for all you do for athletics. Go Vikes!
Pally, I hope that this video answered lots of your questions and it cleared up expectations that we are hoping that all students follow through with this year. If you have questions, feel free to ask any of your teachers, your guidance team, or administrators. We're here to help you and we want you to have a successful year. The key in being part of a great PALY community is not only understanding your own goals as a single individual, but also knowing that you're part of an entire group, the PALY community. I ask that we all consider that each and every day. Your actions that you do also affect all of us. It's a great school, it's a wonderful community, and I hope that all of you are here each and every day to not only to learn, but also to be part and to give back to everybody else, your teachers, your guidance team, the PALY staff, but most importantly, the students that you interact with each and every day. It's going to be a great year. I'm excited to see you later today at the PEP Assembly, and have a great school year, PALY. Goodbye. Hey PALY, I forgot one thing. I want to invite you to apply for the Principal Advisory Committee, better known as the PAC, if you're interested in sharing your voice on innovative new ideas for Palo Alto High School, or I might ask you questions that I want to find out more about your perspective as students. 4 students from each grade will be selected to be in the PAC. Once a month we meet, give you lunch, and we have a great time. So the application is going to be available starting today, and they will close on the 25th. Followed by interviews of each person that applies. So get out there, apply. It's really quick. You can apply in like 5 minutes or less, I promise you. And I hope to see you all apply for the Principal Advisory Committee. Thank you. Bye-bye.